Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. I wanted to give a message, a video on India's 80th Independence Day, and it is definitely a time of gratitude and remembrance as much as it is a celebration. Uh, Plenty of people who gave up their lives for India's freedom. And when I say gave up their lives, it doesn't just mean they died for India's freedom. They also lived for India's freedom. Their whole life mission purpose was India's freedom. And it is definitely a time of absolute gratitude and remembrance to each and everyone who gave up their lives for India's freedom that we enjoy today and celebrate today. And as much as it should be celebrated, enjoyed, it also comes with a lot of responsibility. And I've always believed that everyone has a duty to produce more than they consume. And India was the most richest country in the world and contributed 27% of world's GDP. But after the British rule, where it's estimated that they almost stole 1 trillion US dollars, there has been a lot of challenges, unemployment, obviously big population, poverty, called a vicious cycle in economics that I studied. But India have come a long way, and now India definitely one of the big superpowers in the world, and an absolutely proud and strong, powerful uh, government that India has, which is proud of India's rich culture and tradition. And without any doubt, India are the most dynamic, rich, deepest, and the most diverse culture in this universe. And I don't think any culture would come close to it. The richness, the diversity, deepness, and also big word of thank you, gratitude to our military army, who without their services we wouldn't enjoy the security and freedom that we have today. India have always been constantly under attack by terrorist forces, but our able, our most dedicated, loyal army personnel have always kept India safe, secure. I've got a lot of friends who are in the army, military, a lot of cousins, relatives, and my both grandfathers were in the army. My maternal grandfather was in the Indian Army. My father's father, my paternal grandfather, was assisted the British Army in the Second World War against Japan, because he was in Malaysia, where they lost the war to Japan. And he was about to be taken as a prisoner. And on the way to the prison, he escaped, and he spent 3.5 years in the jungle, in the wild, and he was a part of an anti-Japanese movement. People thought he was dead, and he came back after 3.5 years, and then he went back to Malaysia and joined the Malaysian police. And I've got a lot of friends, and all my life I've always had an excellent understanding and relationship with military people. Once when I was doing my MBA, I remember traveling on a train, and I shared the compartment with the Indian Army people from Punjab, Sikh people. Sikh means Sikh, Sikh, and I hardly knew Hindi, but did sing a few national songs, and really got along well with them. And the main person, he gave me a salute when I left. And even in South Africa, I've had excellent relationship with defense personnel, because they have a language that is beyond religion, beyond race, beyond language, beyond any sort of separation, and that is the real law. Defense, military, army personnel. And there is actually a law that a lot of people might not know, that every individual has a right, has a duty to protect anyone who doesn't have the strength to fight for himself. That is actually the army rule. And music, sport, nature, a lot of things that are precious for military people. A lot of friends who are in the army, cousins even now that I speak to. So really grateful for that. And one of the big challenges in for the country for today's generation is attention span. The children growing today have a huge problem with attention span. People can hardly concentrate for 30 seconds. With the social media, they have this swiping tendency. That's why I've never put anything on Instagram. That is something that parents, society, school, government has to fight against, to bring more awareness in children and to improve their attention span, and especially a culture like India where music is so deep. Concentration is such an important thing, a sport, whatever we do. And we have received a political freedom, but the freedom of the mind, the freedom of the soul is the ultimate journey, and that is an ongoing journey. And everyone takes their own paths, and everyone has their own purposes, destiny in life. And good luck with everything. And it is a time to be proud being an Indian. But like I said, there's also a lot of responsibility, and I hope children and women are more safe going forwards in our country, and the law will be strict against it. And I just want to wish everyone a very blessed, happy 80th Independence Day. And again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of every Indian, to everyone, each and everyone who died for India's political freedom, and for every military army personnel who guards our borders and keeps us safe. Even when we sleep, they are protecting us. Thank you to everyone, and may the divine, may the Almighty, may God always bless and protect our Mother India. Jai Hind.